Guys, welcome back to my channel. Sorry, I forgot to actually turn on the sound for this, so I'm just going to be doing a voiceover if that is alright with all of you. And I'm just going to be doing a single shadowed look today. I'm still using the Modern Renaissance palette for our project throwback. So you can go ahead, you can grab that palette if you don't have it out. Like I said, this is a single shadow, so you probably can still even do this look if you have a deeper red. It's kind of like a brick red shadow, so it's really, really beautiful, and I personally really like it, just kind of really intense on the eyes and then buffed out around the edges. I think it's beautiful, especially for fall. I mean, you really cannot go wrong. And then I'm also going to pair it with the same shadow, but as a lipstick. So I'll show you how we can do that as well. So we'll just go ahead here and we'll get started. So I did prep my eyelids for this because, like I said, I'm just using one shadow, so I want the color to be pretty bold. And I just prepped it with the Tarte Shape Tape concealer, and then I set that with some the Laura Mercier translucent powder. So I took just a regular flat kind of packing brush, or you can use your finger if you like, and basically I just kind of dip it into the color. I get a bunch of product on there. I am going to smack off the excess, and then I'm just going to go ahead and start placing it on the eyelid. Since I want a kind of consistent color throughout, it doesn't matter where you start on the eyelid. You know, whereas opposed to if you're blending something, you want to put the brush down in the place where you want the most product first. But since this is just going to be a pretty bold, consistent color all over the lid, you can just go ahead and pack that color down. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do here. And then I just am going to drag the color just up to the crease of the lid here, right where the eye socket kind of, or the eyeball, I guess, kind of creases. You can feel that pretty easily with the brush. And then once I've gotten a pretty adequate amount, I am going to take my fluff brush, just like any blending brush, and I'm just going to buff out the edges. So I just picked up a tiny amount of product on the edge of that brush, and I made sure I knocked off any excess, so it was just a really light amount of color on there, just to help keep that line. And I'm just going to go ahead and slowly buff this out. It takes a little bit of time, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Just slowly circular motions, and also kind of the windshield wiper motions. Oh, sorry, and I'm just going back in here now, and I'm just cleaning up any little patchy edges, and then I'm going to go back in with the packing brush as well and just kind of fill in those couple spaces where the color got a little bit washed off. Alright, so this is the final look with my lashes popped on. These are the Ardell Demi Wispies, I believe, in faux mink. And I'm just going to go ahead and tightline with my Marc Jacobs Earthquake liner. That white glue will dry clear once it has completely set. I put them on when it was still a little wet, so that does dry completely clear. That's just the regular Ardell lash glue. So tight lining is just going to make my lash line just appear a little bit more full, and it'll just give my eyes a bit of a sleeker look. So the eyes are done. I just put a little bit of mascara on the bottom lashes, and now I'm just going to go ahead and match that eyeshadow with some lip balm. That's all I'm doing is taking like a little bit of lip balm and I'm mixing on the back of my hand. I'm taking that packer brush, picking up the shadow, and I am just going to literally mix the two on the back of my hand, or you can use a mixing plate or whatever. And then I'm just going to paint it onto my lips essentially, and then I'll have a pretty monochromatic look going on. All right, I hope you enjoyed this final look using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette with our single shadow for our project throwback. I'll be doing another one of these videos within the next few days actually, since September is over and I'm just trying to do one palette a month. So I'll hopefully get one more look up with this, and then we can move on to another palette. I kind of have something in mind, so I'll keep that posted for October. Take care.